Now we will do question number 13. Bhargava and company purchased a second-hand plant for rupees 32,000 on 1st April. So the plant was purchased on 1st April 2001. They spent 14,000 on the repairs thereof and installed the same. Means on the day of purchase they spent rupees 14,000 to install it. So as I have explained in the previous questions that whenever any expense will be made on the day of purchase, that would be added with the cost of the particular fixed asset. So here we can write cost of plant. How much was the cost of plants? 32,000. Okay. And now add expenses. What was the expense? 14,000. So that means the total cost of the plant is 46,000. Clear everyone? Next, depreciation is written off at the rate 10% per annum on the straight line method. So here the method is clearly given that we have to follow the straight line method. Now one more additional information is given. See here, on 30th June 2003 the plant was found to be unsuitable and sold for 26,000. That means when you have purchased on 2001 1st April, so after using it in 2001 then 2 in 2003, that is also on 30th June, you have sold the plant. Okay, what you are required to prepare? You are required to prepare plant account and depreciation account from 2001 to 2003, assuming that the accounts are closed on 31st December. So here the account of every year will be closed on 31st December. So let me start the sum, then you will understand it better. First of all, 2001 April 1 you have purchased the plant. So to bank account you have purchased it. So I am writing here purchase. So the cost of the plant was 32,000. So here I am writing 32,000. And on the same date you have spent some money on its installation. So that is expense. So here we will write again to bank account expenses 14,000. Okay. Now as it is mentioned in the question that the accounts are closed on 31st December, so the year ending will be December 31st. So by depreciation account, the rate of depreciation is given 10% per annum. So 10% of, as we all know, the total cost will be 10% of, here I have already shown you the total cost is 46,000. So here it will be 10% of 46,000. But now see here, when you have purchased it on April 1 and when is the year ending? December 31st. So that means for how many months you have used it? So if we begin the year from April 1 you have started using it. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and here comes December. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have used the plant for 9 months. So that means in 2001 you have to charge depreciation for 9 months. So here we will write 10% of 46,000 into 9 by 12. I have mentioned on the first day itself that we have to charge depreciation for the period for how long we are using the particular fixed asset in that particular year. So in the first year we have used the plant only for 9 months since the plant was purchased on April 1 and our year ending is December 31st. So we have to count depreciation from April 1 till December 31st. So if we calculate it, we will get, so in first year depreciation will be 3450. Now by balance carried down. So here the total was 46,000. So the total cost of the plant was 46,000. So from 46,000, if we deduct 3450, we will get 42,550, and it will make 46,000 in both the sides. Okay. Now coming to the next year, 2002. Now the year will begin in December 1, since we are January 1, since the year we are following here the calendar year. See here, if December 31st is the year ending, then obviously the year will begin on January 1, right? So here, to balance brought down 42,550. Now in 2002, December 31st, we have to charge depreciation for one entire year, since we have in the second year we have used the machine for one complete year. So 10% of, since we are following the straight line method, so we will charge depreciation on its original cost, that is 46,000. So 10% of 46,000 will be 4,600. So now again, by balance carried down. So from 42,550, if we deduct 4,600, we will get 37,950. Okay. So now here it will be, the total will be same in both the side, 42,550. Here also it will be 42,550. Now come to the third year, 2003. January 1, to balance brought down 37,950. Now let's go back to, since it was sold on 30 June 2003, so that means you have to charge depreciation till June 30. Okay, so 2003 June 30. Now you can't take December 31st, because on June 30 the plant was sold. So we have to charge depreciation till it was sold. Okay. So by depreciation account. So now, so on June 30 the plant was sold. So the year begins on January. So for how many months we have used the machine then? Plant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for 6 months we have used the plant, because on June 30th it was sold. So here we will write by depreciation again, 10% of 46,000 into 6 by 12. So it will be 2,300. So the depreciation will be, so the depreciation for this year, means for 2003 on plant, will be 2,300. Now book value on date of sale. Book value on date of sale means the brought down amount, from that brought down amount we should deduct the depreciation. So how much we will get? 37,950 minus 37,950 minus the depreciation, that is 2,300. So we will get 35,650. Now according to the question, if you see here, the machine was sold at for rupees 26,000. That means less sales proceed. In sales proceed we will write the selling price of the machine plant. Here the selling price of the plant is 26,000. So here we will write 26,000. So now just think from your logic that the book value is 35,650 and you have sold it at the price of 26,000. So in this case we can see that book value is more than sales value or sales proceed. So whenever the book value will be more than the sales proceed, then there obviously will be loss. loss on sale. Why? Because supposingly if we consider it as the cost price, means CP of a particular thing, okay, just compare book value with the cost price of a thing. So if the cost price is more than the selling price, then obviously according to the rule of profit and loss, there is loss. So here in this case also there is a loss. So here the loss is 9,650. So now we will record it here. So first of all we have sold it. Whenever we purchase any asset, okay, so whenever we purchase, the value of that particular asset increases. So that is why it is written on the debit side. So whenever we sell any asset, obviously the value of, no doubt money comes in, but the value of that asset decreases. So on June 30, buy bank account sale. So every time when you will purchase, you will write it on the debit side, and whenever you will sell any asset, you will write it on the credit side. So sale, we have sold it at the price of 26,000. Now there was loss. Now as we all know, according to the rules of accounts, that whenever asset increases, we record it in the debit side. Whenever asset decreases, we write it on the credit side. So loss means also there is a deduction. So loss also, so here the loss on sale also should be written on the credit side. By profit and loss account, loss, and here loss is 9,650. Now in this case we won't write the carried down amount because already the machine is sold. So the existence of the machine is no more in the business. So that is why we will write here directly. If we total both the side, we will directly get 37,950. Here also 37,950. There will be no balance carried down amount because there is no machine whose value should be brought forward next year, right? So now the plant account is over. So now we will do the depreciation account. So here in 2001, December 31st, to plant account, as I have explained in the previous questions, that to here buy will become here to plant account. In the first year, as you can see, the depreciation was 3,450. So here it will be 3,450. Again 2001 December 31st, by profit and loss account 3,450. The first year is over. Again in the second year, in 2002 December 31st, again to plant account. So now in the second year you can see the depreciation was 4,600. So here we will write 4,600. Again 2002 December 31st, by profit and loss account 4,600. So over. Now in third year the date will be June 30 because here in the third year we have provided depreciation on June 30. So here we will write June 30 to plant account 2,300. Here also 2003. And now when we will take this amount in the profit, when we will take this 2030 amount in profit and loss account, we will take this, no doubt depreciation will be charged on June 30 since the machine plant was sold on June 30, right? But the thing is we are maintaining final account at the end of the year. So here December 31st means the amount of depreciation will be transferred on the date December 31st only. So by profit and loss account 2,300. So this is done. So the sum is done.